trigger. You've got to be in his face and not give him any space.
And you can see they recognize that, Clark. I mean, they are not going to give him that look. And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Stoudemire, right side. Ellis with it. And it's Harden picking him up. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul for the Rockets. Smith checked in for Monty Hughes. Brewer comes in for Patrick Beverly. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for James Harden. Just 5 on the clock. Ellis dishes to James from 12 feet out. And that one comes up a bit short.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
And with a quick break in the action, let's take a look at some of the stats for Monte Ellis. He's averaging 19 points per game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. The points have been coming for him at a prodigious rate, and that's exactly what they depend on, his scoring ability and his drive.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he is, a driven player, Steve, someone who can take an opposing defense and just shatter it with his ability.
Out to Stoudemire from deep. Back to Ellis. He dishes it to James. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Here's Jones. Gets the bucket and the foul. That one is on Stoudemire.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. More of the same. Get it inside.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Powell, he's checked in for Nowitzki. Aminu comes in for Amari Stoudemire. And Barea subbed in for Monte Ellis. Nice shot by Felton.
Something they'd like to see more of him more often, that's for sure.
Rockets leading by 4. Here's Prigioni. Rebound by Raymond Felton.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one. The Rockets, of course, at the forefront or vanguard as far as advanced analytics go. Some in the NBA have scoffed, but hey, they're doing something right.
And Prigioni kicks to Smith. Kicks it out to Terry. Launches it. And he gets it to go. Terry's got 8 points.
This is great. 3-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
And as you guys know, the Rockets at the forefront technology-wise, too. You see coaches with electronic tablets.
Well, they installed flat-screen monitors in the locker room, highlighting stats and videos for players. So, you know, they're trying to close the loop and create that line of communication between the numbers crunchers and the players themselves. Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Aminu, the pass to Felton for the tie. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And they'll probably let the clock wind down here.
Exactly. No need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter.
Brewer dishes to Prigioni. He feeds it to Brewer. It's stolen by Barea. Got a piece of it from mid-court. No good. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Houston on.
This Friday.
In a moment now to check out our State Farm assist of the game, and what a pass it was by a talented point guard.
Well, this is what he does. This is the kind of plays he's known for, Kevin.
Mavericks trail. By 3. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Ariza the 3 and Jones the 4. Harden out there with Patrick Beverly. And it's Moniunas in at the 5, roaming the paint.
What determination. There was a lot of competition for that rebound, and he came away with... Oh,
Man, what a play. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
What a great play to sacrifice his body and take the hit.
I thought that was excellent awareness and anticipation to beat him to the spot there.
The 3 from Harden. Fires from deep. And Stoudemire pulls it down. Stoudemire's got 4 rebounds now tonight. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, just take a look at what Rondo's done tonight. He's got 11 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
Yeah, and you'd expect by the end of this game, I'm sure the numbers are going to look even better.
And he's good on the second.
Well, it's been said about Rajon Rondo that he's the smartest guy in the room and also might be the most stubborn. He's got a terrific IQ for the game, but his opinion... We've seen him butt heads with coaches in high school, college, and the pros, but that certainly doesn't take away from his greatness. He's a winner, a champion, and a terrific point guard.
Well, you're right. It has fueled his rise, whether it was at Kentucky, growing up in Louisville, or certainly playing with the Boston Celtics. Among some very important players, Hall of Famers like Allen and Garnett and Paul Pierce. He may have needed a little bit of that just to kind of clear the clutter and show that he could be a leader. Dallas calls timeout.
And Rondo has said he'd like to be a coach when his playing days are done, despite his dust-ups with former coach Doc Rivers. You know, he says he studied his ways and learned a lot from him. Definitely a lot of respect there.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle said to his team. He told the guys that for now, he wants to see them back off the three-point shot, saying all our offense doesn't need to come from perimeter jump shots. Let's get the ball inside for some high percentage looks.
And as always, Doris, thank you. And Harden with the stuff.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
And Rondo had said that his knee injury has made him humbler and certainly more appreciative of the NBA and his God-given gifts and not skipping steps in his approach now to the game.
Yeah, you know, but he did skip a flight with the Celtics last season. He stayed in L.A. to celebrate his birthday. That's not exactly how you want to go about your work.
Took him no time at all on that one. Rondo's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Mavs. Rockets leading by 9. And here's Harden for 3, and another 3 for Houston.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Ellis against Harden, expanding his range. A shot by Stoudemire, no good.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
Yeah, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint.
Rondo's shot is off.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
See the way he times his passes so well? That's a great assist.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Houston.
They've been the aggressors, and they've been tougher in the paint all game.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
The Rockets have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter, really getting it done. Harden has a wide-open look, and another three for Houston.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
Mavericks trailed by 16. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc, and Jones pulls it down. Jones has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me a bit. Hammer time!
Wow.
Hammer time!
Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Boy, smooth and graceful. How about the hang time? That's impressive.
The three from Harden. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Stoudemire's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. Again, the miss by Ellis.
He's not a guy they're going to be able to count on the way he's playing in this quarter.
Jones kicks to Harden. 1:27 left here in the fourth quarter. No good from outside.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open. Well, tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. An impressive win for the Rockets.
Clark, looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, but they did a better job tonight. They made the most of the extra rebounds, too.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Harden. Every time he shot it seemed like it was just going to drop in, and nobody was surprised.
The three, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. Here's Rondo. Another shot, and Stoudemire with the nice bucket inside.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
Well, that's been the focus, Clark, as we've watched. I mean, they've created one chance after another inside.
Harden outside. Ariza outside. Back to Harden. From the arc. And Stoudemire pulls it down. Maverick shooting around 41% on the night. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
Timeout called for Rockets. They lead by 16. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Not sure why they're calling this timeout. The game is pretty much over.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Steve. Maybe they just want to bask in the win just a little longer, but I don't agree with it. Let's go. Get out of here.
Harden outside. So he's...
Yes, gentlemen, I'm here with James Harden, and congratulations on a nice performance.